Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Good Hang. I'm really, really excited about this episode with the great Maya Hawke. We had such a good conversation. We used so many words, and I just love talking to her. And we talk about really interesting things today. We talk about growing up in New York City and being a kid there. We talk about her love of magic and wonder and a life of imagination. And we talk about joy and anxiety, the characters that we played together in Inside Out 2, and also how those emotions interact and connect in real life. So it was a great convo. And as always, we like to ask someone who knows our guest, a friend, a fan, someone who has a question that they think I should ask the guest before we start the podcast. So we are joining with Willa Fitzgerald. Willa is an actress. She's on Pulse right now, a medical show on Netflix. She was in Little Women with Maya Hawke. And most excitingly, she's joining us from Hungary, which I believe is also where Budapest is. So, Willa, can you hear me? This episode is presented to you by Walmart. I'd like to say that I'm a pretty good gift giver, and for me, it's about making the extra effort to find the perfect gift. Walmart has the top brands we all love in one place. Nespresso, Nintendo, Apple, you name it. That's why it has to be Walmart for all my gifts this year. Guest Best Gift Giver Award goes to yours truly. Get the brands everyone loves at prices you'll love at Walmart. Who knew? Go to walmart.com or download the app to get all your gifts this season. I'm so grateful. Thank you for calling in from there. And thank you for talking about the great Maya Hawke today.
My delight.
I know. Maya. Now, tell me how you two met.
We met actually in Ireland doing Little Women in 2017. And I mean, we just fell in love, I think. That would be it was a love story. It was a love story for sure.
You both were, she was playing Jo, you were playing Meg. What was it like to play Meg? What did you bring to this Meg?
I feel like my personal mission was to bring a humanity to her. Because I feel like she's often sort of like she's like the too perfect sister a little bit, which is I think why people don't love her and relate to her. And she also feels a little bit out of our time in the sense that she makes very classically gendered choices with her life. And so I feel like my personal mission was just to like kind of elucidate why we should like Meg and why we should understand her as like a really kind of relatable, lovely character. And I think we did it. I think we did manage to pull that off.
And here you are, two young actresses at the time joining this production. I think for Maya, it was her first big production. And what did you see in each other? How did you become friends?
We really just like bonded because I had already been working, but I was suddenly kind of entering a new phase of my career where I was getting to do this project that I was like just so excited about. And it was her first job and she was so excited about it. And we just, we would like we were all staying at this hotel together outside of Dublin. And we would like go to the pool together or the steam room and just like talk about what really excited us about being actors. And we just like really kind of connected on like an artistic level. And also I think on just a personal level, because I think we're kind of very opposite people in a lot of ways. I think that we both like learn a lot from the other person in the way that they navigate the world, because it's so different from maybe the way that we ourselves navigate the world.
How are you different?
Yeah. I think the most like reductive 2-second answer would just be, I think I'm a very cautious person. Mm-hmm. And I think Maya is like full of just like a lust for life and a real sort of like verve that she just is unafraid in situations that I sometimes feel a little bit more unsure in, I think.
Maya does a lot of things, she's on a Broadway show, she performs, records music with a lot of different bands, including solo stuff. She's writing, she's acting, like to your point, it feels like she ventures and is adventurous in the stuff that she does.
What I admire about her so deeply is that she just kind of has this sort of like infinite curiosity and like well of creativity that she seems to be able to draw on. She has like she's really interested in just the world around her in a way that's like so kind of pure and like limitless.
So we're going to get to the question you have for me to ask Maya, but just before we do, I want to say congratulations on Pulse.
Oh, thank you.
I love a medical show.
Well, Maya was a big reason of why I took that job.
Ooh, how come?
Because she loves Grey's Anatomy, and she was the one who made me love Grey's Anatomy. And when I was calling her and I was like, I've got this like possible job. What do you think? I wanted to talk about it. And she was like, do it. She's like, I will be the biggest fan of this show, please.
Has it been fun to play that kind of part and like get into the jargon and get into the vibe of what it would be like to be in an emergency room? What's been fun about it?
I feel like it's one of the most, I feel like in those sort of situations where you're like really just playing at a job, it's a kind of like the purest expression of like the childhood fantasy of being an actor, where you're like, I am now a doctor and I can now save people's lives. Like, wow. And I think, like that's like a really cool thing. But no, I loved it. I do love learning new things, and I learned so much. And I'm also just like a little nerd and like loved just going through like the big ass medical pamphlets that we would get given for every episode, and just
stressful.
being like, like watching like cadaver videos of like the surgeries and being like, wow, medical school.
Do you, I always try to ask people who are on medical shows, when you cut, do you cut into fake bodies?
Real bodies. Just kidding.
Like, do you ever have to put a scalpel in, I know that there's fake torsos and stuff. Do you do that?
Yeah, no, we had our like prosthetics person was from Walking Dead. So our prosthetics were like next level.
They were like, we're going to use some old zombies. We're going to get them in
they're
here.
like, we got this.
Okay. So thank you for getting on. And what question do you think I should ask Maya today? Do you have any thoughts?
I'm curious whether her sort of like lust for life, her ability to be so interested in the world around her, was something that she feels is innate to her as a person, or whether it's something that she feels like was cultivated either by herself, by her community, by her parents. And if so, like whether there's a specific moment in which she like recalls seeing the world in that way from a young age.
What's great about that question is I think people really reduce the children of actors and artists in the way that they talk about, what is it like being, considered a Nepo baby? You're in the same profession as your parents, when in fact, like, what is it like growing up with artists that are parents, and how do they introduce you to art? And also, what is it like being a New York City kid? I mean, a lot of people don't know the feeling of growing up in the city and what that's like what you get to see, or what you don't get to see. How does it limit you, and how does it open you up? And I think that's a great question. Really well done. You seem like a woman in her 30s who has her shit together. Congratulations.
Oh my God, thank you. I mean, it's all an illusion.
Really, really nice to meet you. It's such a pleasure. Thank you so much for the time and for helping me get to know Maya a little more. I really appreciate it.
So fun.
Thank you again. Bye. This episode is brought to you by Visible. When your phone's plan's as good as Visible, you've got to tell your people. It's the ultimate wireless hack to save money and still get great coverage and a reliable connection. Get one-line wireless with unlimited data and hotspot for $25 a month, taxes and fees included, all on Verizon's 5G network. Plus now, for a limited time, new members can get the Visible plan for just $19 a month for the first 26 months. Use promo code SWITCH26 and save beyond the season. It's a deal so good, you're going to want to tell your people. Switch now at visible.com. Terms apply. Limited time offer subject to change. See visible.com for plan features and network management details. This episode is brought to you by Apple. Before it was Good Hang, it was just an idea. I started with a mic and my Mac and a desire to have a good time with fun people and friends. And this show grew from a place where I thought, I'm going to have friends sitting next to me. We're going to hang out. We're going to laugh. We're going to go deep. We're going to stay shallow, whatever it takes. But no matter what you have an idea for, whether it's writing your own sitcom, creating a feel-good platform, forming a comedy crew, or even making the world laugh, go for it. You just need to get started. Your great ideas start on Mac. Find out more on apple.com/Mac. Maya Hawke is with me. Maya, I'm so happy to see you.
I'm so happy to see you.
We haven't seen each other in person
since Inside Out 2 premiere shenanigans.
Dude, that movie.
I know. That movie made people so happy.
I know.
I feel so seen.
What have you had people come up and say to you about that movie?
It's been one of the great honors. My little sister was asking me the other day, she was like, do you get annoyed if someone asks you to do the anxiety voice? Or do you get annoyed? And I was like, not at all. Like, 'cause sometimes if someone wants me to go put on like an ice cream scooper uniform, I'm like, I'm done with the ice cream scooper uniform. But there was a while where that wasn't true. But with this movie, that character, I've had so many people feel so seen by it, and like little kids feel so seen by it, and like it helped them understand their brain better. And like I'll get a call from a friend's parent, like from like a parent, a friend of mine who is a parent, not a friend's parent, and be like, hey, would you do a recording? Like my kid's going through this hard time. Would you record something in the voice for my kid? And I'll be like, sure. And I'll turn on the little speaker and be like, hi, I know it's really scary when parents have to go to the doctor's office. And I know that it makes you nervous. But the thing is, you just take deep breaths and trust that your daddy will be safe and that the doctors are going to take great care of him. And like, and so I like will do things like that. And I don't mind at all. I love it because it's so.
I know. I feel the same. I feel like you and I had a couple moments when we were doing press where we kept looking at each other like, whoa, this feels so much bigger than us. And the response of the movie was so beautiful. And I know that is very rare to be in something good that people like, that people go to see, that is a good experience. Those don't always happen.
And that is good for the world.
And that is good.
Like,
I know.
that's like, it's so rare to have it hit all those benchmarks. It's like a rainbow.
I know. And plus $1 billion, babe.
That's what I'm saying. For something that makes $1 billion and is good for the world, I don't think there's anything that does that.
No,
it's crazy.
No, I mean, it's so true. Like the word billion and good for the world does
go
together.
Not go together.
No, of anything.
Ever.
What have you learned about anxiety in the past year, your own or others, because you played that character?
So much. And I think with like the joy-anxiety relationship, it taught me a lot about showing love to that part of myself and like allowing other people to see it so they can show it love. And that is all actually a way to calm it down is like inviting it into the conversation, like looking at what it thinks and is worried about and kind of addressing each point. And then like offering it a comfortable chair and saying like, okay, you're invited. You know, I'm not trying to shut you out behind a door.
Yes.
Because that, of course, just works it up even more.
Yes.
And so I think in giving, the biggest thing I learned from doing this and being allowed to be welcomed into the beautiful world of this movie is to give my anxiety a comfy chair.
Yes, it's so well said.
Wow.
And for people listening right now, like everybody is so stressed.
I know.
Of course they are. Of course they are. And
I mean, anxiety might be the defining emotion of our time.
it was so fun to work on those characters together because when the time is very scary, like these times, you know, you want to find a way to tune in, check out, help yourself, help other people. Like you want to dip in and out. But when you're just getting someone going, like toxic positivity, like this is great. It's like, babe, things are bad.
Things are bad.
Things are real bad. So anybody listening, I want you to know that we know
things are bad.
Bad. And
but also if you shut joy out completely,
yes.
like then you still need to welcome in some. Like you're not helping anybody if you shut out joy completely.
Well, there's a beautiful moment in the movie, and it's such a testament to the work you did as Anxiety, and the work the animators do, and the work that Kelsey Mann did, the director, and Pete Docter, the producer, and all the artists, and Pete, the creator, and just writer. All the writers. Meg, when Anxiety does a small little gesture to when joy is being finally called back.
Yeah.
Finally, Riley, our character, has finally calmed herself down on the ice. She's talked to her friends. She's feeling a little bit like herself. She gets back on the ice. She starts skating, and joy is being called back. And Anxiety does I told you this, like a little genuflect, like a little gesture of like, this way, Like
Yeah.
for people listening, you can't see what Maya and I are doing, but we're doing a little like
Okay.
your table is over here,
Here you
ma'am.
go. Yeah.
It made me cry so hard. And I just thought, oh, like the tiny gesture of that is like what we must try to do during this bananas foster time we're living in.
Yeah.
Because that is, I mean, whatever we can do, babe.
Well, and to make room for each other.
Yeah.
And to make room to get off of our phones, which we were talking about before we started rolling, but to get off of our phones where we're just being bombarded by like, here's a funny video of a cat. Here's a video of the apocalypse. Here's a funny joke that is offensive. Here's a funny joke that's your humor but would offend someone else. Here's another video of the apocalypse. Like, it's like to get out of that and into like, oh, here you and I are sitting with each other.
Yeah.
We're looking each other in the eyes. We can still do this.
Yes.
We can still talk and be and make space for each other.
Yeah.
And like, you know, look at the people around us, and that we have to make time to do that, even as we make time to try to figure out what is happening.
I agree. And I kind of experience you as an old soul. Have you been told that?
There's been some ageist claims about my soul made.
You must get this a lot. People talk, they roll their eyes about about people's 20s. And what's good about being in your 20s?
Oh, what's good about being in your 20s? I mean, I'm already starting to have more random body pain, but I know I have less than I will have. So
Yes.
like it's a more pain-free time.
Recovery is faster.
Yes. So that's good. I still like, I can still, just general recovery, bounce back from things more quickly, emotional recovery, independence.
Yeah.
You know, it's like this kind of miracle window before insane amounts of responsibility, but after independence where no one's telling you what to do. And that's the miracle of your 20s, right? Is that like your responsibilities are there, but they're not like usually kids and family, you know, or they can be, but you know, but they are, but you have this freedom. And that's a cool window of time. And so bounce
Miracle
back.
window is such a good way to say it, Maya. That like you're very wise. It's true. It's like if only one can know the time they're in and appreciate the time they're in, it's hard to do.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Okay. Speaking of the time you're in, I want to jump back to little Maya.
Yes.
Because I'm always really interested in what it's like being a New York kid.
I was kind of a sad kid, or like set point melancholic, you know, like moody and emotional and homey and but a New York City kid is awesome. You so much stuff to look at and do. Like my favorite place to go was the Metropolitan Museum of Art, Temple of Dendor, because of the mixed up files of Mrs. Basilea Frankweiler. Do you remember that book?
Of course.
And the kids ran away. For anyone who hasn't read it, they run away and they live inside the Metropolitan Museum of Art and they sleep in the Queen's bed and they steal money from the fountain, and it's awesome. And I love that book, and I loved going to the Met, and I loved going to the Natural History Museum, and I loved going to the zoo. And there was just like so much to do, activity based on a general, as like a little kid. Yeah. And I love that. And so many different ways to express all your weird interests. Like I had lots of weird interests as a kid. I loved like dead insects, like the preserved dead insects. And I loved going to see them at the Science Museum, and I loved rocks. And there was just like so much exposure and different kinds of people you could decide to be. Yeah. And so much interaction with difference. And that was so cool, and I think so rare, because so many people grow up in these little communities where it's like everyone feels the same. But in this city, you're like interacting with humanity all the time, and you get to decide who you are, which is great. And then you get to high school, and it's like being in college for other people. Like it is crazy. Yeah. I went to more clubs between 9th and 12th grade than I have been since. There's
a lot of pressure for New York kids to be very interesting.
There's a lot of pressure to be interesting, to be adult, to be on the town.
Yes.
There's a lot of that.
Did you ever have like a 13-year-old, like, I'm in Studio 54 and I don't know how I got here? Like,
yes.
You did.
Yes.
Or you're just in a club and it's like,
and
I'm
like,
little.
I might be too young for this.
I'm too little for this.
Interesting. seemed like a good idea at first. I'm proud of myself for getting in here, but now how do I get out? But I love it. I would do it. I would raise kids in New York. I think it's awesome, an awesome way to grow up.
To your point, there was an independence. You took the subway, you walked around, you kind of figured out life. What were some memories of that time when you felt like adult or grown up?
Ooh.
You know, a moment where
yeah,
you had
that's
like,
a
an adult moment.
Well, I realized in high school that I could cut class.
Yeah.
And that like that there was like no real ramifications to doing it. And so I started like just doing my own thing, like during the day. And in high school, I experimented with smoking cigarettes, which you shouldn't do and is bad. But
very bad.
Very bad.
Very bad.
Do not do it.
You look very cool. Don't do it.
Yeah,
though.
don't do it. Don't do it. But you look cool.
Yeah.
But I couldn't buy cigarettes because I was a kid. And so I would occasionally like walk around to try to bum cigarettes off people.
This is what I'm talking about. This is what I picture a New York kid doing.
Yeah, but I went to school in Brooklyn Heights, and the only people who smoke in Brooklyn Heights are like construction workers, and they smoke Newports, and I hated Newports. So I would take the subway this is a ridiculous story, to the East Village so I could bum Marlboro Golds off of, because people in the East Village smoke Marlboro Golds, like outside McNally Jackson bookstore. And so I would like take this on my free period, my lunch break or whatever. I'd like be like, I won't go to math today. I'll just like take a double free period and I'll go take the subway to Greenwich Village or the East Village and bum a Marlboro Gold off some like intelligent, like handsome man smoking outside of a bookstore.
Some documentary filmmaker.
Yeah, some documentary filmmaker like sipping a cappuccino. And I was like, I am a grown-up and this is an adventure.
Exactly the kind of story I pictured. Just getting on the subway for a cigarette. And then getting
because you have a preference, a neighborhood-based cigarette preference. Utterly ridiculous.
I mean, during that time, there was probably a sense of you when you knew deep down, even in high school, like, I'm not going to worry so much about math. I'm going to be an actor.
Yes.
I know what I'm going to do. When did you know you were going to be an actor? You know, when did you feel like, I'm going to really make this my job or my life?
I knew I was going to be like an artist of some kind. I think I was really afraid of being an actor because my parents are both actors and I got to see that, you know, they were as successful as I could ever have dreamed to be in that profession, and still had so much job insecurity and stress and highs and low moments. And I was like, I don't know if this seems fun. And you know, I had experiences of like going to school and like trying to leave my house with like an umbrella because there was some article out and there was paparazzi around the house. And I was like, this seems
yeah.
Like, I don't know about this.
Yeah.
And so it wasn't until like 11th grade where I realized that there was nothing else that I was good at and liked. And I was like, you know, like I like this. I am good at it. I feel like this is my community. Like the other people who like this, I like them. And they put up with me and because they'll put up with anyone. You know, that's great about the theater community. They will put up with anyone unless you're mean. But I would just like found my home and I was like, okay, I'll figure out that other stuff. This is what I want to do. Okay,
that's a great segue into so we do this thing at the beginning of each show where we talk to people who know our guests.
Oh no.
Yes, and just to talk well behind their back. And it always kind of helps me figure out if there's questions I should ask my guest and also to get to know the guest more. And we talked to your friend Willa Fitzgerald.
She's the best.
She's the best. Now, you two met on the set of Little Women.
Still the greatest experience of my life.
Wait, tell us why.
It was my first professional job. I had to drop out of school to do it, and I was really worried about it. And it was like, oh, whatever. I get to Ireland. We're in this town called Dunleary. I've just never had an experience this positive. It was the four sisters and the guy who played Laurie, and we fell in love with each other. And we were staying at this seaside hotel in this port town. And it was the Royal Marine was the name of this hotel. And it was like walking distance from this farmer's market and these restaurants. And we just loved each other. And, you know, it's gone for me now. I'm already so old. I can't stay awake forever. But do you remember when you were like 18 and 19 and you just didn't need to sleep at all?
Yes.
Like somehow I could work a full 14-hour shooting day and then be like, should we go out?
Yeah.
Like, and then like, well, you know, and then I'll learn my lines and then I'll go to sleep for 2 hours and then go back to work. I don't know how we did it, but it might have just been the raw joy of how in love with each other we were.
Yeah.
Like we were going to set on the days that we weren't working and being like, I have a note, you should try this in the next scene.
It was just like acting.
It was just like acting. We love it, and we love each other, and we're all this is and it's Ireland, and it's the ocean, and like we did a moon spell where there was a full moon, and we bought crystals from this guy in town, and we put the crystals in the moon, and then we went skinny dipping in the port, and it was freezing, and it was like just happy. It was happy.
Fun. That sounds so fun.
Yeah.
I mean, she was talking. I mean, she adores you, and she was talking about exactly that, like how you all connected so fast. And she was saying that there is this, you have this lust for life. And that one of her questions was, do you feel like that's always been innate? Like it's kind of what we're talking about, nature versus nurture. You're the daughter of artists. You're looking at you want to be an artist. Do I want the life of an artist? What does that even look like? But there is always like this little thing inside all of us from the minute we're born anyway. Like, did you always feel like you had that, some kind of lust for life? And her question is, do you think it was innate or was it nurtured by the environment that you were in, or both?
I think both.
Yeah.
I think I've like always believed in magic and always believed in love in a really intense way. And I think that was nurtured in me from a really young age. Like my parents are magical. And like my mom, like, you know, was this magical creature who like, you know, would come home from work and she was like looking fabulous, but she'd take everything off and immediately put on like a big velvet skirt and gardening gloves and go outside and like teach me how to like pull up stinging nettles to make soup. And the soup would be a witch's potion because it was good for you. And like, she just had this magic to her. And my dad would be like, we're going to watercolor together and we're going to make a masterpiece. And like, I'll do this blue and you do red and we'll see what we create. Like there was just this imagination fostered in me from a really young age. And I just I believed I was really lucky to get that kind of love and that kind of exposure to seeing the world as a place where magic is possible. And it's like the luckiest thing ever to have that happen. And I think I always think about it as like the Harry Potter. You know in Harry Potter, how when his mom dies, she puts a spell on him that protects him from dying with love?
I kind of remember.
Okay, you kind of know this.
I've read all of them out loud and I still...
Remember Potter's mom protects Harry Potter
remember
with
the
a
mother
magical
dying
spell.
because, of course, the mother always has to die.
She always has to die for the kid to be on an independent adventure.
In every single story.
Yeah.
Okay. So
there's actually a whole theory about that. But
really?
that aside,
Ooh.
yeah, about children's stories. And then you have to kill the parents in children's stories because that's how children become the unfolding of their own story, right? They become little adults.
Right.
Because
God forbid
right, God
the
forbid.
mother live long enough to see her child succeed.
God forbid. But I always feel like that period of time in my life where what my parents did and gave me this magical spell, like love spell, where like, you know, then there were other different hard times in all of our lives, but that early magic's protected.
Oh my gosh.
And they do say that like from like 1 to 5 or 1 to 3, like is so much, I mean, it's a lot of pressure on young parents, but because that time is so important. But like so much of your belief system about the world and how you feel and if you feel safe and your attachment style is formed like so early.
And are you, I mean, because I've sensed from you both introvert and extrovert.
This is true.
Oh my God, I got it right.
You got it right.
So tell me about that. How have you figured that out?
Okay, I see myself as having 3 cups. There's the extroversion socialization cup, the alone time cup, and the with one other person having an intimate conversation cup.
Ooh.
And I need all 3 cups to be somewhat full to be functioning.
Yeah.
Like if I've had too much parties, work, like no alone time and just these 2 cups are full. Oh, I'm gesturing and this is audio.
That's okay.
But,
The people, you're gesturing cups.
I'm gesturing cups.
Yeah.
But if then I really feel bad and I need alone time. If I've got too much alone time and not enough socialization, I really feel bad and drained. So I'm always trying to like look at my schedule and my life and be like, am I getting enough friend time in one-on-one? Am I getting enough alone time? And am I getting enough like energizing social outside in the world, going to see a concert, going to see a play, going to something? Like I need a little bit of everything.
I love the cups idea. I do something similar where I think about a refrigerator and I think about magnets, and then in the best day ever, all 5 magnets are on the refrigerator, but I try to get 3. So it's like work, motherhood, friendship, spirituality, wellness, some kind of care, and what's my 5th magnet? A relationship. So it's like if you can get 3 out of 5, it's like today I was a good partner. Today I did like some good mom stuff and I worked a little bit. Or it's like, no, today I took care of myself. Today I met with friends, and today I gave my kids some good advice. Whatever is the magnets that you can put on there. Very rare to get 5.
Yeah, but you don't want to go too long without having a day that has, like, you don't want to leave one of them
You
off
get a dusty
for
magnet.
You don't want to get a dusty magnet. Yeah.
You and I could sell the cup and magnet.
I was just thinking
We could
this.
write books
We could make these magnets.
We could do separate podcasts just about this, and we could make billions
of dollars, and it would be another good billion.
And it would be like, with me today is Maya Hawk. Yeah. She's, of course, the inventor of the cup theory.
Yeah.
She brought me that theory when I was working on my magnet project, and together,
we've got cups and magnets.
We're touring the world.
Yeah.
Okay, you finished Stranger Things. It's done. What was it like when that's a wrap on Maya Hawk, a series wrap? I know you can't tell us anything, but I do hope you tell us how it ends. But
I will, of course I will.
Great, thank you. You can tell me off the air. But what was it like hearing series wrap?
Well, I want to hear what it's been like for you, like what it was like for you on Parks. Like it is.
It's. I think for people who don't know, right? So if you're an actor on set, you get that's a season wrap on Maya, like season 4, all right. And you get your last shot. And often people will kind of clap and stand around and say stuff. But series wrap is a big deal. And on a show like yours, which has been such a long journey for you and for everyone involved, and there's been strikes and there's been COVID in the middle of all of it, and everyone's gotten older and grown up and everyone's been watching and watching and watching.
Yeah.
A good AD will make sure that series wrap means something, that people are there and they're there for you. And like, it's a big moment.
Matt and Ross, who are amazing, wrote scenes that seem to have some connective tissue for the characters and for us. And on this last day of shooting, we got to film these scenes that had this beautiful connective tissue. And I actually think I learned something about acting that day and being present in your own emotion as a person and the emotion of the character and allowing those two wires to connect.
Yeah.
And my life has been changed as an actor. The way that I act has changed since that series wrap day. And it was so emotional. I cried all day long from beginning to end in these kind of crashing waves. And I love everybody on that show so much. And it's shaped me so much. And we've been on such a long, complicated journey together.
Started when you were, 19?
I started when I was 19, which is lots of them started at 9 and have been doing it for 10 years. And I've been doing it for 7 and started at 19. So, I got nothing on them.
But it's funny that you've been on a show for 7 years and you still think you're the new kid.
Exactly.
That's crazy.
I do. I do still think I'm the new kid.
Yeah.
And but it was really emotional and I don't know if I'll ever have another experience like it.
Yeah, congratulations on that show. Your work is so good. That show is so great. And it really, I mean, just to, I'm sure you can feel the anticipation growing. I can't even imagine the press junket you're going to have to do when this show comes out.
It's going to be crazy.
It's going to be bananas of how you're going to be talking about, that show feels like, I don't know, that the audience has been through it with you too. Like it feels like the audience has also been through it.
Yeah.
I guess is the only way to say it. That the kids on the show and the audience have not had an easy couple of years.
No.
And there's something about it that feels very cathartic about the end of it.
Yeah, and I don't even know if I'm right about this, but I've always seen the upside down as a metaphor for depression and anxiety.
Mm-hmm.
And in some ways of your teen years, it's really hard to be a teenager. And the hormones that get released, the new emotions that get released of depression and anxiety and self-awareness and self-consciousness. It's like a hard period of life to survive.
Mm-hmm.
And I've always seen the upside down as this, portal that opened up to all those emotions for these young people and navigating one's way out of it and through community and bravery and friendship. It's really emotional. And the allegories to what's going on in the world right now are plentiful.
Yeah.
And it means a lot to me to get to be a part of something like this because it's really a once-in-a-lifetime thing, these adventure stories and these hero stories about kids, and groups of kids grow up with this. They grow up simultaneously with you. And I'm so grateful. It's such a special thing to get to be a part of.
That's so awesome. And you and your friends like Joe and Sadie are doing music, you're on stage, you're all doing a bunch of things together at the same time. Can I talk about your music for a second?
Yeah.
Because I would be curious your relationship to, you're such a talented and multi-talented artist who can do a lot of things very well.
Thank you.
And what I imagine for you, what I picture in the future is us hearing you writing and directing and producing and doing so many things as well as acting and music. But right now you have two very big careers in what are, and sometimes feel like very disparate ways of participating in the arts. It's like if acting is one kid and music is the other.
Who's my favorite kid?
Yeah, who's your favorite kid?
Well, okay, first of all, I don't always do a good job balancing. I don't have a favorite kid. I love creativity and I love storytelling. And I see them as completely connected. And if there was an outlet in the wall with two plugs, it's like different lamps that you plug into the same power source, is how I feel about it. That said, I'm a much more trained actor than I am a musician. And I'm a much more confident actor than a musician. Walking onto set or onto stage, a rehearsal period, is where I feel confident and comfortable. And I feel like I know the rules and I know how, I like it there. And I feel really grounded. Music is really scary. And it terrifies me. Performing live terrifies me. Writing terrifies me. What people are going to make of my lyrics terrify me. It's all really scary. So it's the same power source. One of the lamps is a scary Halloween lamp that I don't totally know how it works. And the other lamp is my favorite bedside nightlight or something that's this is my comfort zone.
And if you want to listen to Maya's lamp workship, you need to go to the Beverly Wilshire.
You need to go to Cups and Magnets.
And Lamps and Magnets.
Cups and Lamps and Magnets.
No, it's so true.
We've got a whole product line.
Just to manifest, just for a second for fun. Do you ever, think about
writing a musical? No.
Ooh, do you think about writing a musical?
But that's not what you were going to say.
Oh my God, but what musical do you want to write?
I don't know.
Yes. Okay, the answer is yes. So great, write that.
Okay.
But do you ever have a fantasy of being on stage singing and singing with someone who you deeply, do you have an artist whose voice, a musical artist whose voice you fantasize about harmonizing with and singing with? Alive or dead?
I have a lot of different people that I love. I am terrified of harmonizing.
You are? That's the only thing that I can kind of do.
Really,
yeah.
It really scares me. I am not a good harmonizer, and it scares me.
So what about forget the harmony,
but just singing
back and forthy?
I would love to sing with Joni. I mean, I would have to do like a harmony, like a one note harmony while she danced all over the place. But I love Joni. I mean, this morning I was listening to Judy Sill a bunch, and I love Judy Sill, and I love Joni, and I'm obsessed with Adrienne Lenker, and I am obsessed with Taylor Swift, and I'm obsessed with. I mean, I just love.
You love female singer-songwriters.
Yeah. I love songwriters. I just think they're so cool.
Yeah.
And it's like almost that fantasy is more like to get to write a song with someone.
Yeah.
Not like singing it and performing it is less the dream. It's like writing a song with someone that would be the dream.
Ooh, I love. Okay. And speaking of writers and artists, you have worked with in films, you've worked with really talented distinct voices: Wes Anderson, Bradley Cooper, Quentin Tarantino. That experience of getting on a set with someone who feels like they have a very strong sense. Do you like that? You like being in someone's simulation, basically? Do you like jumping in there?
Yes, I find it extremely fun and really relaxing.
Yes. You were in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood with like 5 actors. You were all playing Manson people, Manson-ish people.
Manson-esque.
And did your mom give you, Uma Thurman is your mom, did she give you any advice about working with Quentin?
Keep your shoes on.
Keep your shoes on. Baby, keep them on, baby. And you're going to try to get... Keep them on, baby. Keep them on. Keep those shoes on. Perfect advice. Perfect. Did she come to the set?
No.
Yeah, it's weird to have your parents come to set.
Yeah.
I know. It's just, I don't even
find it weird. She just wasn't in town.
Well, I don't like
we're New Yorkers. It was L.A.
Right. She's like, I'm not going to L.A. No, I have too many things to do.
I've been to that set. Because I was a set kid. I think it's the best place on earth.
Okay, tell me about sets you were on when you were a kid.
Oh, so many. I mean, one of the most memorable ones was the set of My Super Ex-Girlfriend, because I got to get into the flying suit. Ooh. And there's a movie that my mom did. It's really good and really funny. But she was a superhero, and so she flew in it. And I got to get into the thing and like fly across this studio and but really the thing I remember about sets is they all blur together, except I love Crafty. Mm-hmm. And I loved it was like this safe little world where I could be alone. So like no one needed to be watching me. I could walk over to Crafty and take cookies and M&Ms and gummy bears and get them, and I could go watch the stunt people practice, and then I could go watercolor in the trailer, and I could go to the costume shop and help them sew. And it was just like Disneyland basically, where I was independent and left alone and allowed to explore and allowed to just like park my butt at the monitors and watch take after take after take after take. And it's really where I fell in love with acting, was backstage at the theater and on set. And so I think it was the most fun thing ever. What always shocks me is when I invite people to come to set that they don't want to come. Right. And when they come, they get bored. I'm like, what do you mean it's Disneyland? And they're like, you just did the same scene 9 times from one direction and then moved the camera and are doing it 9 more times. How on earth is this like Disneyland? This is so interesting. I'm the exact opposite. People want to come to set because they seem like it's interesting. Yeah. And I say it's not. It's boring. Well, it's very true. And I will say one of my favorite things in the world generally is to be not busy around a busy person. So I still like to go with people to set because it's where I'm the most at peace, because all my cups are getting filled. I'm not alone, but I also, there's tons of exposure to people if I want it, but I can be totally alone and not busy and just like reading my little book somewhere, and it's fine. So it's got this like social, not social, privacy, all these different things all at once. And it feels so good to me. It's like such a nice way to spend time with someone, is like 5 minutes when they have a break. Hi, how are you? That was cool. That was good. Goodbye. I'm reading my book again. Like I love it. So I think there's something I really love about visiting other people on set and having visitors on set when they feel like I do. And you brought up the cup system, and just once again, for $59.99, you too can learn Maya's cup system. It comes with a workbook. We do a in-person. You have to watch a 7-minute video before a paywall. Yep. And then we're going to be in Reno, November 15th. We're very excited. Okay, and then the other question I wanted to ask you is, because you played anxiety, the world is anxious, you're really in touch with those feelings, and you take great pride, I think, in being part of like a big discussion about it. What do you
listen to, watch, read? How do you make yourself laugh? Like, what are you getting? Where are you getting your joy? Where are you getting your joy from?
Where am I getting my joy from? Well, recently I got a lot of joy from the Fourth Wing book series.
Stand by.
It's fantasy. It's like romantasy, fantasy, dragon college, basically a dragon war college. And that was my escapism of choice.
Sorry, you said so many things just now. Okay, so say again. It's called
The Fourth Wing is the name of the first book,
and it is a dragon college.
It's a war college for dragon riders in a fantasy universe.
Yes.
It's romantic. It's very sexy.
I've been looking for a new fantasy. Is my new I never thought it would be a genre I'm into. I'm so into it.
I felt the same way. I'm so into it.
Have you read The Name of the Wind?
No.
Okay. Patrick Rothfuss, Rothfuss. Rothfuss. He wrote a book called The Name of the Wind.
Okay.
And it is a series. It's part of the King Killer Chronicles, and it's a fantasy novel, and it's basically just like the story of a child who grows up in an inn and how he becomes like this king killer. It's
cool,
but it's very like school to train to get to the thing.
Give me a training sequence. I love it. Make me into the person I was always meant to be.
I know. I love it too.
Force me to do it.
Right. And just, oh my gosh, I love that because what do you like about The Fourth Wing? What did you like? It just
there's incredible hardcore training sequences.
Yes,
there's a very hot guy who's like he's a rebel and like maybe he's bad, except obviously the bad guys are actually the good guys and the good guys are the bad guys and you have to figure that out and it's awesome and he like trains her because he's like their lives get wed together, spoilers, and like he's like you have to live so that I can live.
Yes,
and so he's like do sit-ups and she's like okay and it really works for me is all I can say.
Do sit-ups. You gotta have a strong core if you're gonna fight those dragons.
Core.
Those dragons go right for your core. You gotta,
and she's like stabbing him with knives, and he's like, "Yeah, good job. You know, it's amazing." And
do you read or listen?
I read those. I do both. I do a lot of audiobooks, but I've recently been trying to get back into paper books. And so that's been bringing me joy.
Love that.
I watch piles of TV. I love comedy. Recently, I loved The Studio. That was really fun.
So funny. It wasn't Han.
So funny.
I mean, the sartorial choices in that alone, but
incredible.
The way that character is so ridiculous. And my buddy Ike is in that, who is so great too. That episode where he kept getting thanked at the Golden Globes. Yeah. And Adam Scott was thanking him. It's just so
extraordinary.
Fucking stupid and funny.
Also, the old school Hollywood party where Zoe Kravitz is like, old school Hollywood means there's drugs in the food? I love that. What really got me? That's not what that should mean. She was so good in that episode. Yeah, so I've been doing that.
Would you ever like? I mean, I guess Stranger Things is like it's like current fantasy. I mean, that's fantasy.
Yeah.
But would you ever want to?
Yes.
Okay. Great. I don't need to finish it. Because I think that what I'm getting, like, I really don't need to finish it because what I'm getting from our convo today is like story, adventure, fantasy, the kind of bigness of life is like what energizes you. Like you're excited about the next, like you're really looking for, you have like a really big capacity for big swirly ideas.
Yeah, I really love them. I mean, not to mention that like almost all of the best fantasy is about humans banding together to take over fascist regimes. Like It's just a general theme.
Yes.
Of fantasy and like about the little guy rising up. And I think that's partly why it's as a genre is kind of exploding right now. Like people like romantasy and fantasy, people are really, it's like always at the top of the bestseller list these days. And I think it's because community. It's always about like a unlikely band of maniacs and different people from different places that find each other and come together to try to build a new world that works better for them than it used to.
I just want to say that like getting the experience of talking about Inside Out 2 with you and getting to know you has been so great. And I hope we get to make another one.
I would really like to, I would like to do anything with you. It would be so wonderful. But I will really hope we get to make another one because I want to see more of anxiety and joy learning how to work together.
I know. And they have the same physical symptoms.
Mm-hmm.
And they get things done. Okay?
They get things done and they're excited.
Some emotions like to chill out, lie on the couch, and those are important too. But anxiety and joy are gonna like keep things moving.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, they are.
I'm so happy that you came today. I'm joyful that you came today.
I was anxious about it. No, I wasn't actually. I was just excited. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for coming, Maya.
Thanks for having me.
I love you and love seeing you. You're
I
the best.
love you so much. You're the best.
You're the
And I would
best.
do something with you even with our real flesh and blood bodies.
Okay,
too.
yeah, we can do that too. I
Yeah.
mean, I prefer animated, but
Yeah.
it's just a lot easier for me in terms of hair and makeup.
the also just the pajama pants aspect.
But if you do make a Fourth Wing movie, I will play the dragon, the
I
body
would
of
not
the
be in
dragon.
charge of making it. Here's hoping. Here's begging the
I
world.
will donate my body to be the dragon.
I will donate my body to dragons.
Thank you, Maya Hawk. That was such a great conversation. I loved it. And for this Polar Plunge, I just want to talk about books because we talked a little bit about books and how they are bringing us joy. And I want to mention again a fantasy book that I love. It's called The Name of the Wind by Patrick Rothfuss. Eagerly awaiting the next book, sir. So chop, chop. So check it out and, get your dragons on. You can't ever have too many dragons. But thank you, everybody, for listening to Good Hang. And bye. See you soon. You've been listening to Good Hang. The executive producers for this show are Bill Simmons, Jenna Weiss-Berman, and me, Amy Poehler. The show is produced by The Ringer and Paper Kite. For The Ringer, production by Jack Wilson, Kat Spillane, Kaya McMullen, and Alea Zanaris. For Paper Kite, production by Sam Green, Joel Lovell, and Jenna Weiss-Berman. Original music by Amy Miles. Hi, everyone. This is Amy Poehler. Welcome to another episode of Good Hang. I'm very, very excited to introduce my next guest, the great Kathryn Hahn. What can I say about Kathryn? She's a legend. She's so talented, funny, smart. She can do it all. And people love working with her. And I loved working with her. And today we talked about what is her relationship to work? What is her process? How important is it for her to feel connected to the stuff that she does? How is she dealing with this new version of fame and popularity? And how is it changing her life? And also how important female friendships are and how you really haven't met everyone you're supposed to meet, even at my age of 53. So I'm really excited for you to hear what Kathryn and I talked about today. It was a really good hang. It always is with her. So check it out. But before we start, guess who we have as a special guest today? Talking about Kathryn Hahn and hanging in the studio. Oh, only Patti LuPone, if her Zoom ever works. This episode is presented by the Toyota Grand Highlander. Whether you're welcoming a new family member, starting fresh in a new city, or embarking on ambitious adventures, the Toyota Grand Highlander provides versatility for embracing life's grand challenges. Like how you can effortlessly tuck away the fold-flat rear seats for up to 97.5 cubic feet of cargo space. Perfect if your cargo is baby elephant-sized. From daily routines to life-changing adventures, the Toyota Grand Highlander is up for every grand challenge. Learn more at toyota.com/Grand Highlander. Toyota, let's go places. Patti, are you there? Have you joined us? She's not. She's not there. She's still not there. Okay, just to give you guys an update, Patti just checked in and said, got it. I'll have to be on my phone, okay? Putting on slap now. I don't know what that means. I'm going to say, okay. Ha ha ha. Okay, thanks so much. Okay, this is fun. So I don't know what putting on slap means. It either means she's slapping on makeup or that's some kind of Broadway term. There you are. Wait, is that a term, putting slap on?
Yeah, slap is an expression for makeup. Yeah, putting slap on.
Oh, I love
Putting
you,
slap on.
Patty.
I love you too, darling. Let me just put a little more slap on.
So what are you doing these days?
Singing.
Are you? Yeah. Are you? Do you have a show tonight?
No, I have a show on Monday, but what I have tonight is an opera.
You're attending it or you're singing
I
in
am.
it?
No, I'm attending it. My friend is taking me. Let me just get the eyeshadow on, darling. Who can talk when you're, putting eyeshadow on? But I'll try. My friend that wrote it is here because it just premiered, and we're going to the senior citizens special. That's what he's calling it. Dinner at 5:30. The opera starts at 7 and it's 3 hours long, and so we're going to go and have dinner at the Met, and which is very exciting. It's very, you feel like you're in, I don't know, another dimension when you go into the Metropolitan Opera House. But it's pretty incredible just to watch the people that show up and how they're dressed and how they act. Girl, I'm ready for you.
Oh, you look fantastic.
I look hideous, but thank you. But let's talk about Catherine.
Okay, let's talk about Catherine. So
Okay.
today's episode, we're talking to Catherine. We're doing this fun thing where we're kind of talking behind people's backs before they come in, just to kind of hear more perspective about them and what you think I should ask her, or what you'd be interested in hearing her talk about. And tell me how you met and your relationship with her.
Well, we met on Agatha at the table reads, basically. Catherine, because she was the leading lady, was incredibly generous and quite incredibly open and incredibly inclusive, and embraced, I think, the responsibility of a leading lady. And that's, that comes without fear, basically. And she was fearless and generous. And one of my favorite things about her is she snorts when she laughs. So she's having a good time.
She's a big laugher. She's a big
laugh.
laugher.
But when you get the snort, something was really funny. and that's, one of her best qualities, her snort.
She is a real mix of a very poised and serious dramatic actor and deeply goofy.
Yeah, very, very funny.
Yeah.
And doesn't take it seriously, which is great. You know what I mean?
I'm going to ask her about this, but I want to ask you too. I mean, the response has been huge for Agatha. It's everywhere. It's viral TikToks. It's people waiting for you at the airport. Like the way you get this giant, huge new group of people who know you and know your work. What has that been like?
I don't have the kind of response that Catherine has gotten. I mean, I know that it's so weird because I do so many different things. Some people know that I sing and do Broadway musicals, and some people know me from Steven's Universe, and some people know me from Life Goes On, and some people know me from Agatha. And the ones I've been getting more fan mail about Agatha, and which is great, because who would think that I would end up in the Marvel universe, knowing nothing about it, and choose to remain that way, knowing nothing about it.
Any ideas of what I could ask Catherine today? Like any questions?
Well, ask her if she's ever thought about directing. And would she cast me? I'm just curious to know whether she would want to direct. And of course, I need to get hired. And I think she would be a riot behind the camera. I think, they'd have to take after take. If it was funny and she snorted, I think she'd be a great director. I think she would be a great director.
Agree. All right. Love you, Patty. Thank you
I
so
love you
much.
too. My pleasure.
Okay, talk to you soon. Bye.
Okay, bye.
This episode is brought to you by Uber Eats. Summer is almost here, and you can now get almost anything you need for your sunny days delivered with Uber Eats. What do I mean by almost? Well, you can't get a summer blockbuster delivered, but you can get a block of cheese. A cabana? That's a no. A banana? That's a yes. A day of sunshine? No. A box of fine wines? Yes. Uber Eats can definitely get you that. I'm very excited to use Uber Eats this summer. I'm going to order grapes, and then I'm going to put them in the freezer, and then I'm going to have frozen grapes, and I'm going to feel very classy and very refreshed. Get almost anything delivered with Uber Eats. Order now. For alcohol, you must be legal drinking age. Please enjoy responsibly. Product availability varies by region. See app for details. Everyone, this is Catherine.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for having me.
Catherine, I love you so much. Thank you for being on Good Hang.
So happy to be here. I love you.
You know, I've only done a few episodes so far. This is very new. And I got a note recently from the great Bill Simmons, who is kind of like, I guess, my boss. But he is so good at podcasting and has created an empire and has allowed me to come do it. And he said, lose the ringer. And he said, lose the laptop.
Why? Oh, just so it's like more conversational?
I guess. How do you, before I do, I just want to audition it one more time. Okay. How do you feel about it?
Listen, I think that's fine for him if he doesn't need one. But if you need one, screw it. This is your podcast.
Well, I want to say to you and Bill that I like to look things up on here. It does take me a long time. It does take me a long time.
You're fact checking as it's going on. I think that's good.
Well, I kind of was joking that I had it to just make it seem like I was fact checking, but I'm fact checking.
Have you ever used it?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. If it's just there for evidence, maybe.
What if I was just while I'm talking to you, I just have to catch up on the pit.
Wait, is that the medical procedural? Okay, great. With the guy who's already been on a medical procedural. Okay, great. It's supposed to be great.
It's so good.
Okay, I got to get into it.
I want to talk about today.
Okay, good.
Just kidding.
Okay.
Well,
I want to talk about Paradise.
Dr. Carter, a.k.a. Noah Wiley, is now in a new show, which is nothing like ER, but I'm a huge ER fan. But the pit is so good. So because Bill told me to get rid of the laptop, I'm going to put it at half mast.
Oh, good.
And then if I need it, I do feel like I want to watch something with you today.
Yes, keep it there.
Okay.
Yeah. Half mast.
Okay.
Don't close it.
But Bill, I hear you, and I appreciate the because
I'm Bill Simmons.
And I have to say, I'm still trying to figure out the process of this. So I so appreciate you coming in mid-process.
I'm so happy. I love mid-process.
You do?
I do because it's still figuring itself out. So I like it. I don't like, it's better. It's more interesting than a well-oiled machine.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Tell me more about that. Cause I love that about you is you love the messy middle of stuff.
I do because it's like there is like a little on your toes feeling of growth that's happening while you're in it. And that always feels like super chargy to me. If it's like, I don't know, it's more like sometimes it's good and like, you know that you're going to hit this, this, and this, but I love conversations, and I know you do too, that are like a little not so prescribed at the beginning.
You're so good at them. You're really, really good at hanging in.
Yeah.
It's what makes you such a good person and friend, and also such a good actor is you can like tolerate the in-between, which I don't know if I can. I'm learning.
Yes, it is uncomfortable sometimes, depending on what it really is. But just to sit in it and let it, like, I'm not talking about a podcast, but like life or like schmacting.
Yeah,
it's definitely like that. That kind of like uncomfortableness, I think, is like the time that you're going to be surprised.
Did you know that? Let me see if you can guess how many episodes of Parks you did. Would you know to guess?
I would say between 7 and 13.
Yeah, 10.
10. Okay, between 7 and 13. It's kind of right between. That's amazing. But it was such a huge impact on my life. Like, it's still the thing I get most recognized for.
Really?
Yes. And I just remember, well, first of all, you were the most incredible number one on a call sheet because you had dance parties at lunch every day. And anybody that walked on that like set just was filled with such confidence and such joy, which is, I had the greatest time on that show.
I have such, I don't have the greatest
That's where we kind of
memory,
fell in love.
But that's really, Catherine, where we, I think, actually met. My first kind of like real memory is in the trailer of Parks and Rec. And we used to, Catherine is talking about dance parties, and we used to do a thing where just like after lunch, we would play 3 songs.
Best.
The great Autumn Butler, our makeup artist, had great taste in music, and we would just kind of dance around for 2 or 3 songs.
Yeah, the best.
I think for me, a way to honestly just keep my energy up.
Yeah.
But it became a way to meet people in the trailer. And I remember 2 things I loved about you right away. How much you love to laugh. People that know you know that. Like you love to laugh.
If someone's going to break in a scene, it's this professional over here.
Do you think you break a lot?
I have to be really serious in my mind. Like because if it starts to happen, it is tears.
Yeah.
And mucus.
But I have seen you in bloopers and you're hanging in.
Yeah, I do hang in.
You hang in.
I do. Yeah.
You, in fact, go in harder, I think, when people
I have to. I know it's a survival technique. I just have to dig in a little bit. I do. I go harder.
I feel like every time I've done a scene with you, you are so good at improvising. In fact, like a lot of your character on Parks and Rec, Jen Barkley's moments were improvised.
Were they really?
Well, one of the favorites, one of TikTok and memes and GIFs and GIFs is Poncho.
Yeah, Poncho was.
So let's talk about what happened. For people that have never seen that, what is it? What tell us what that scene was.
Well, I went to Ben and Leslie's house. I'm speaking as Jen Barkley, my character. I'm the first person now.
Wow, for people that aren't watching, she just transformed.
I just transformed.
Her eyes turned dark and she's a completely different person.
A lot more hairspray. I went to their house. They have children. I am not into children at all. I wore a plastic poncho so that I wouldn't get any sticky fingers or crap all over me. And at some point, the kids rush by with paint, nail me with the paint. And at some take, just to make you guys laugh, did not have any idea it was going to be any. I just swung my arms open. I went, Poncho, Poncho. And that really has become
it's like Batman's cape.
I mean, that was the best. Like, I just wanting to make you guys laugh and just having, so the energy was so loose. So it's funny you say that about improvising. Again, I can do it if I know who I am and like the given circumstances and like that. I feel really free in that department, but just.
Well, you know how like we were on set a lot and I would watch you work and I would say the same thing about Adam. And I wonder too if it's because of both of your training, but I would watch the way you two worked and you would have a moment where you'd stay really, really loose but just right before the scene, and I can think of a couple of scenes, the great scene where Jen Barkley is telling Leslie, no, basically, you have to start.
Oh.
You have to start thinking bigger, which is a huge moment in the show. I love the writing in that scene.
Oh my God, that scene.
Mike Schur and the writers, I just love how they slowly took care of Leslie and they sent people in to give her these messages. And Jen Barkley is just this like Gen X ball buster.
Yes.
Who kind of sees something that Leslie doesn't. Anyway, in that moment, when you're giving that speech, I remember very clearly right before the scene, you just took a moment. And I think we joked about it later because it was like watching, it was watching a real actor.
Oh God.
Just staying one more second on Parks because I do think that it was such a formative time in my life, obviously, for many reasons. And one of them was meeting you is what I always use us as an example of is that you never know who you have yet to meet.
No. Yeah.
I think, when you're in your 40s, there's this feeling that you have your old friends, your high school friends, you have maybe a partner and their friends, you have your kid mom friends.
College.
You have like all these different groups of friends and you think, I think I've met everybody that's going to be my close friends.
I know because sometimes those friends become just family. You know what I mean? As everybody grows and changes and like people they're so in my life, always, 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 but we are very different people. I don't know what, and you're right. There are people like, I think even I've been in a lot of projects where you get like intimate really fast and everybody says goodbye. But then there are certain people where I didn't anticipate this. Like I did, that was the one of the pleasures for me too, is like, I did not anticipate that you would want to continue to be my friend. What? After we did it. And then the fact that it's gotten like deeper and deeper.
Yeah.
And like now I don't know how to do it. I mean, like I am so grateful for you in my life. We've
been in the trenches.
We've been in the trenches. Yeah.
We have.
Yeah.
We've been through a lot of tough times together. We've been very honest with each other.
Yeah.
I think we've really taken great pains to see each other.
Yeah.
And,
like we're making a priority.
And I mean, I know how I feel about how important that is for me, but how are female friendships important to you? What do they do for you?
I think that the real female friends that I have, the deep ones, are fewer than I thought I would have. Like the ones that are really, have your back through anything. And there's a difference. Like it's so important to have women in your life that aren't family to grow old with in a way that it's, like you said, feels very honest, and also hilarious, but also doesn't feel like we have to keep up anything together, like keep up any sort of like front. It just feels like, and also very affirming, like to walk into these next chapters together just feels like it's not as terrifying.
Yes.
Yeah.
The Witch's Road.
The Witch's Road.
The Coven.
Yes. Coven on Coven. Yes.
Yes. That's why. I mean, that is why when I watched that show, when I watched Agatha all along, it was so moving. You just basically you must hold hands with someone to go into the next step. And let's be honest, our female friendships and relationships are gonna, with the exception of maybe our sibling relationships, will probably last the longest.
I know they will. And I think with my dearest women friends, of which there are very few, that is such a source of comfort, just to be heard by another woman.
Yes.
Without judgment, without like anything, but just love.
I know. I feel you. Speaking of other women, so we do this thing where we ask people before we have a guest to chat about the guest. So like I kind of like wanted
I love it.
And we got Patti LuPone.
No, you did not.
Yes.
Oh my God. I was so excited. The wolf. Patti, the wolf.
The wolf.
LuPone.
Oh, of course, the wolf, of course.
Oh my God. This is going to be the best.
Well, first of all.
What if it was like, well, she can't sing, but.
Yeah, not talented. No, she's so great.
Isn't she? I know.
Talk about,
I know.
a new friend that I want to, I feel like I have to stop telling her, or I have to stop asking her if we're friends. I just have to start believing that we are. But anyway.
Oh, doll. Calls everyone doll. But you're right, to have someone that is like in a different stage of our lives that is so real.
Very.
Is very important.
I don't know about you, but I get very comfortable around older women who are very bossy.
Yeah.
Because I get very relaxed.
Yeah. We're in good hands.
We're in good hands. Mm-hmm. And the few times that I've hung out with Patti, like she's like, we're going for a walk, and she tells me what to buy. And it's just Okay, so tell me about how you was Agatha the first time you met her?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
And I remember when they said it was Patti LuPone, I was like, no. And then I met her at the first table read, and she just came in with so many questions. Which, of course, like, she knew nothing about Marvel. I barely know anything about Marvel. So she was like, okay. And it was just all of these very detailed questions. But then she just forgot. And it didn't matter. Like, she'll still be like, I don't know anything about Marvel.
She did. She told us that.
She did.
She said, well, I don't know anything about, which I love. I mean,
know.
And also, And she said you guys met at the table read.
Yeah.
And Agatha was a really big circus to
Oh,
lead.
yes.
And you had to do a lot
Yeah.
of big stuff on there.
So it was a lot of swinging.
Oh my gosh, so
Yes.
much. You know, if one is to
We all
believe that
did. Yeah.
acting is a little embarrassing,
Oh, right.
you had to do
Oh.
so much stuff. Birthing scenes and crazy stuff and
holding hands and singing.
yes, so much
Fine lines.
incredible stuff.
Yes. But like walking in the razor's edge, because we knew if it went one way or the other, it could be like, oh, wow.
And America voted, and it worked.
It worked.
America
It voted
voted for if TikTok voted.
Oh.
TikTok is my government.
Okay, I know.
And
I got to get on TikTok.
It's so I think
Okay,
it's
this-
wrapping up.
Oh, I know. That's my perfect timing.
Yeah.
As usual. Still my AOL.
That's like me in podcasts. I'm like, let me get in there. And everyone's like, oh, now? And I'm like, yep, right before the door closes. But just for a second, what was it like to be on such a big show, having to make really big choices with all these incredibly big personalities and people? It must have been something.
There was no trailers to go back to really because we were kind of far away always. So we would set up like a little coven of our chairs in a circle. So all of our crew chairs would be in a circle and you could just hear us cackling like the whole, we just laughed. And Patty had a boom box and she would get up and like dance or start singing and we would all be like, like it's coming out of her mouth right now.
So Patty wanted me to ask you two questions.
Oh.
Well, first she said she loves your snort and we already got it. We already got it once.
I thought like, ooh, it's not as cute anymore, but it still comes out.
I mean, you're talking to a person that laughs like a. I've been described as a raven when someone runs over a raven's foot. That's how somebody described my laugh one time. So, I mean, I don't know what you're talking
It's the
about.
greatest laugh
But
ever.
it's just, I have a very witchy laugh too. And
You
I
have a very
I do.
witchy
It's
laugh
like,
and a very, you do. And it's a cackle and a very devious laugh sometimes.
It is.
It is. You're like, it's a little
you
cat that
have
ate the
a
mouse.
It's
I just love it so much because it is. It's like a little devious. And then huge cackles.
and you have a great laugh too. Like you laugh with your whole body.
I do.
I
do. Oh, there she goes. But I really do. I do. I love a good laugh.
God, me too. Have you always been that way? Was that have you always been that kind of person that loved a good laugh?
In high school, it started for sure. And then I was like, I went to an all-girls Catholic school. So we had that group was constantly making fun of the nuns. And so it was just like crying all the time. Just crying all the time. Just like, just floating maxi pads in Mary's pond. Like there's like a statue of Mary. And we just and the nuns would be like, okay, so there are maxi pads floating in them. It was like always shit like that.
Just like fun church giggle stuff.
Stupid. Like you'd open up a locker and there'd be like a huge dick that would pop out on a spring. Like we were
This proves my theory that Catholic school girls were so bad.
They were so bad. Well, because everything was, uniforms and there was like church every week and it all felt like, I don't know if I believe in any of this.
Yeah. And then B, they were just like really ready to
Repressed.
go. Really
ready
repressed.
to go. Oh, I was like, let's go. I was like, any takers? And there was not takers.
Down the street like, hey.
Horny. So horny. And I was like, okay. I was like, is it my overplucked eyebrows? What's happening? Is it my Catholic school uniform that my mom thought I was going to gain maybe, or like 7 dress sizes? But then I was literally like, kids would go down and see my skirt and just pull it off me. Like in school. So we had to wear boxers.
Oh yeah, boxers were a big deal. It was just an all-girls school?
Yeah.
And they were pantsing you?
Pantsing me.
They were skirting you.
I did go to a co-ed Catholic elementary school and we would have something called Friday flip-up day. So we knew to wear boxers because on Friday, all the guys ran around and flipped up your skirt.
Oh my God.
Yes. And Thursday throw-up day, Wednesday wedding day. I don't know what Tuesday or Monday was.
And
Acronyms
they would just
fall
flip
off.
up your skirt. And
Yeah.
back then we were like, the price of being a girl.
It is. We were like, ooh, we better get prepared.
We were like, maybe someone will flip up my skirt today.
So
fucked up.
So fucked up.
So fucked up. And the teachers were like, if you guys are doing the flip up, keep it outside
I
of
don't
class.
want to know about it. And then I remember some kid, I was in 6th grade, called me gorilla legs because I hadn't shaved my legs yet. And I was like horrified by that. So I went home and I tried to shave and it was like a cheese grater. It was like I could see a curl of my skin before it started bleeding. And I was like, what? Oh, I still have scars.
Oh, no.
I didn't know how to do it. I went rogue with my dad's shaver in the tub.
Oh, no, because
Yeah.
of that stupid boy.
I was that stupid boy.
I know. I had a stupid boy tell me one time that I looked like a frog, that my face looked like a frog. And I still think about it. I mean, I still remember it. I just remember being like,
Oh,
well,
that's
I
horrible.
get, but you just get that thing where you're like, well, I guess I'll live the life of a frog then. Like you just immediately are like, well, if one boy thinks it, then it shall be so.
Then it shall be so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess they'll just flip up my skirt and I'll wear my boxers and shave my legs in the bathtub and have a face like a frog.
I mean, it's horrible. It's horrible. The shit I got from my nose my whole life.
Really? For
That
your,
I had
the size of
such-
your nose?
Yes. And that I had such a like thing about it that I was like, when I'm 18, I'm getting a nose job. And now I'm so glad that I didn't.
No.
Yeah.
People
And now I
should
love
know.
my nose.
I just think people should know that you have never gotten any plastic surgery. Not that there's
No.
anything wrong with that.
No.
But I just
But
think
I think also I feel that way with you. Like
we're
it's
in
like,
a treacherous time.
This is a treacherous moment where you're like, have to leave behind all that currency that I really didn't. I wasn't like, that wasn't my currency in this business was
Same.
never like,
Same.
which I think is helpful going forward because it's
Agreed.
not, but yeah, I'm like,
But now
holding out.
you've gotten into mother phase. You're Mother Han.
Now I'm Mother Han because honestly, this is my Instagram thing that I haven't used in the first 5. I kind of petered out on the dumbest one. I just haven't done it again. I put
posted.
it on my computer and yeah, I haven't posted it. Literally, it's the dumbest last one. I don't even know what it is, but it was just petered out. And my daughter tried to find a name for me or like whatever handle. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, I think so.
And we couldn't find anything with my name. And then we saw Mother Han, lowercase. And I was like, oh, that's funny. And she was like, you know the other connotations though. And I was like, yeah, fine, I'll be cute. But then it has really it does have a very specific the following, which I love.
Well, that's what I'm saying is there's this amazing moment that's happening for you in general where, you know, people that have loved your work now for 20 years are seeing you get this kind of next level of recognition and, you know, all that comes with like the Marvel machine.
Yes.
And there is this also celebration at the same time led primarily by
Yeah.
gay men, but not just gay men.
And young gay women.
Young gay women who love the lesbian kiss
Queer.
that you had on
Yes.
Agatha with her beautiful Aubrey Plaza.
Yes.
Like that are
Amazing Aubrey.
deciding to just be like mother. And,
I know.
and that feels like you're being anointed.
Which I'm like, it's Anne Bancroft in The Graduate. Like that's what it feels like. There's like a cougar-y vibe
yes.
instead. But I also think that there's kind of like because that's not who I am, but I guess it also means like, I don't know. What do you think it means? Like teacher?
I think it's like a way, yes.
Like
I
a
think
guide.
it's like a way to compliment someone's wisdom and fortitude without making them, while still making them feel sexy.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
something that feels sexy about it because it's very dom. It's very like,
Yes.
she will crush you. Like it's a
Yes.
little bit of like mother. Right. Maybe you should have done your Instagram should have been whoopsh. You should have tried to spell that out. But also there's a reverence to it, like a respect. There's like a loving respect. I again, someone else could probably break down the etymology and what
Of
it really
mother.
means. And we all know where it goes back to like the houses and
Yeah.
like all the queer culture back
Yes.
who are creating their own community and family.
I love it.
I know.
It moves me so much.
Me too. And it's just there's something that's happening right now. I'm noticing in real time where women our age in our 50s in our business used to kind of just be on the way out. For the
Yeah.
most part, there were a few, but
Yeah.
a lot of them were not really regarded by young people as being vital
Yes.
producers of things.
Yeah.
And that is
it's
changing.
It is changing.
Mil-
and I
never liked
love-
MILF.
I hated MILF.
Me too. Why do we hate it?
Well, because it's a porn term probably by a lot of young men that have a fetish for fucking older women.
Yeah, I never.
Mothers.
Yeah, and also I didn't like it because it was like, oh, you'll still fuck them?
Yes.
Let me check.
Yeah.
They don't want to fuck you. I just checked.
Gut check.
Gut check. Butt check and gut check.
Butt check. It's not happening for you,
And
dude.
it's like, oh, great.
I know. It was like, well, I've had a couple MILFs. And it's like, oh, God.
Maybe we don't like it too because it sounds like milk.
Yeah, maybe
MILF.
because,
like-
but it just feels like it's from the dude's point of view in like a gross, porny way.
Yeah, mother feels a little bit more,
You respect it.
and it feels more gay adjacent, queer
Yes.
adjacent. So it feels a little,
Yeah. Which I love so much. I love it so much. I love the very young queer women that are felt really like loved Agatha all along. Like that was such a huge part of our audience that was very, very moving.
I mean, you were the first gay Marvel kiss, right? Or queer Marvel kiss. I don't know.
I think
I
so.
have a piece of paper. Let me see. Yep.
It's not on the Oh
Yes.
yeah.
The first Marvel lesbian kiss,
Okay.
according to this paper.
That just flew in
Hold on. What if it just floated down?
from the sky.
It's coming from the sky. Here we go.
But yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, it's cool.
That's cool.
And with Plaza. So it just could not be cooler.
I know. Our beautiful baby plaza. What's going and I'm aware of as a therapist, I'm aware of the time. It's 11:48.
I am so fine with
Okay,
going.
just letting you know because I want to
It's over. I never want this
your
to
boundaries.
end.
You have a long press day, and so I know you have to do a lot of talking. And you have to eat wings.
don't wanna
You have to eat hot wings. I'm so sorry I don't have wings.
I know I should be prepping before my diarrhea kicks in.
I have
even
been asked
thinking
to do
about
that
it.
wings thing, and
You have it, and you're like, no.
I absolutely not.
Because I hate milk. So I don't know how I'm
This
going
is
to do
gonna
it.
be a disaster for you.
No, it's going to be. Someone said peanut butter on toast beforehand. Line your stomach.
The things we go through for press.
I know, for no reason.
What do we have to do? We have to line our stomach? How did this happen? How are we now eating spicy things?
And spicier while being asked really interesting
questions.
kind of personal
yes,
questions.
Really great questions. But the way in which we're like, I guess for this show I gotta have diarrhea for 4 days.
For 4 days, Ring of Fire. But I also, there's something about it that I was like, yes, because it just felt so unique that it just, I don't know.
This
it's gonna be
is a
hilarious.
really good example of what we were talking about earlier. Like you're like, this is going to be fun. I'm into it. You're
Yes.
into the lack of control.
Yeah.
And
Like, I'm like,
man,
am I going to vomit? I don't know. We actually do. That is actually Friday, but I have a lot, but
Okay.
other stuff to, but I am, so I
Not
have a
today.
couple days to prep my stomach.
It's like a colonoscopy. You're gonna have to start eating light.
But like in reverse, because I think I gotta line it as thick as possible. So there's no way. Like my throat down to my colon has to just be lined.
With bread.
Yogurt, peanut butter, and just bread shoved in there.
Show business, baby.
Show business.
That's why we got into show business, to do stuff like that, to just eat weird hot stuff
Ooh, on camera.
for free.
For free.
But we were talking a little bit about the like way in which you're getting received, like when you're out in public, that's a little overwhelming sometimes because of the fandom of it all. Like you're in a machine now that's bigger than maybe some other ones. And we were kind of talking about that feeling of like having to take on other people's energy. And how do you balance the introversion and extroversion part of what we do?
Well, please excuse her. Oh, God.
Yeah, that's a good answer.
You know, we were talking about hot ones for a while.
You got all.
Yeah, I need a Pepsi C. Okay, fans. No, Marvel is a totally different machine, and I am so rarely recognized in my life. Like, I just walk out. Like, 'cause I don't think about it. So I'm like, I had one meal with Carrie Kinney Silver, who I love so much. And someone came up to our table and was like, sorry, I have to tell you, I love you. And I think it's so hilarious you go out of the house looking like this. And I was like, oh, thank you.
My thing is when people go, can I tell you who you look like? And I'm always like, please don't.
No.
It is
No,
never
it's never going to be great.
It's never going to be great unless it's ScarJo or something. Like it's never. and it's also it's always someone who is at a hard 30 years older than who I am, which is fine. But okay. So let's talk about Philly Justice before we talk about the studio, and then we'll be done.
Actually, the thing I'm almost the most proud of.
Okay, can you explain to people what we're talking about when we say Philly Justice?
There was a bunch of the Parks and Rec actors. It was Paul, Rudd, you, Rashida, Adam. And is that it?
Yeah, me, the original picture that Philly Justice was born out of was me, you, Rashida, Adam, and Rudd.
And we had like businessy outfits on. I think we were going to court or something, or like, so all of us had like very businessy, and I don't know whose idea was it, but we took whose idea was it? But we were all in like kind of staggered stairs and what looked like the front of like a very, a courthouse.
We pretended we were on a fake TV show in the 90s called
Philly Justice.
Or the early 2000s. And
Yes.
we all crossed our arms.
Yes.
Then that became a text chain where we started pretending that we were just pretending we had been texting each other.
Like, as the actors from it, is the pilot going to be picked up? Like we were going to do, like we were all very excited. It was like a David Kelly-esque show. So there was like some cachet.
Yeah.
It wasn't like a shitty show.
Right. Catherine is playing like a lawyer, question mark.
We
don't know. And who has a very tempestuous relationship with Angie Martinez, played by Rashida Jones.
Yes.
And
we're not sure.
Yeah.
A lot of past.
I mean, I think you guys are lovers.
Yeah. Amy, please excuse her. She knows not what she's doing.
Like Robert Durst when he's guilty. Every time I bring up being your lesbian tendencies, you start burping, and we're like, Okay. But I mean, I remember thinking, I can't believe how lucky I am that I'm working with people who want to also do this dumb thing.
Yes.
Like,
yes,
fun, dumb things to me are a love language. That's a way of like, it's like proves like safety, I guess, that if you're relaxed enough to do fun, dumb things, then you're in the right place.
Yeah. And the older and older I get, I feel like just want that.
Yeah. Like nothing is that important.
Yeah. Right.
A great transition into your new show.
And the studio.
But the studio is fun.
It is fun.
And you mentioned Catherine O'Hara. Talk to us about the show and the cast.
I mean, Catherine O'Hara, another goddess that I couldn't believe. We've only have a couple scenes in it, but I have gotten to know her like through the press thing. And she is, like we were saying, like what I want to, like, that's how I want to grow up.
Yeah.
Even though she's, basically my aunt. But she is, I mean, on camera and not off camera, like just such a good egg. And it's Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg. Seth stars in it. And they both wrote all the episodes and directed all the episodes with like one shot. They're all like oneers. There's some invisible seams.
Wow.
I know. But it's really incredible because we rehearsed each scene like a play. Like we had to rehearse it a gazillion times with the camera and then know when the camera's going to be on you and know like when to get out of the way for the camera when still like try to keep eye contact. It was like the challenges were so fun and juicy. And also you knew that if you fucked up one line in it, you'd have to go back to the beginning. So like the tension of everybody really added to the tension of this fictional studio, Continental Studios, that Seth Rogen just became the head of, and trying to save it. Like it can't keep it from the streamers, and also the like balance between art and money. Like he's a lover of film that just wants to make like, Foxcatcher all the time.
Mhm.
And they're like, you can't make it all the time. You have to make a Kool-Aid movie,
Mhm.
So it's like the tension between, and it's
Ooh.
Ike Barinholtz is in it, who's freaking hilarious. He's so good.
The best.
Chase, Sweet Wonders, Peach, hilarious. And Bryan Cranston has a recurring as the money guy on top of the studio.
Mhm.
And
Who do you play?
I play the head of marketing.
Your look is incredible.
It is incredible. And I feel like there's a lot of humans in Hollywood that just dress label to label.
So she's just totally decked
Got a
out.
girl at Saks who will bring the shit to the office and she tries it on at lunch, has a tab, running tab at Saks.
Nice.
And also probably, what is it? That Dover Street Market. A lot of like street brands.
She has big nails. I remember that, right?
Long, long nails.
Yeah.
And no personal life. So it's all filling like a deep, empty hole
Yes.
that she gets, that she just lives at her job.
And is
I
it
think
a
you're gonna
weekly
dig it.
thing or can we?
It's weekly.
Okay, great. I have to say, overall, I'm enjoying a more weekly thing because I
Yes.
feel like we binged too hard.
I do too. Yeah, and it gives me a headache and it also makes me feel like a little bit sick.
The binging is too much.
It's too much. It's too much. And you lose the.
Yeah.
Swallowed at that time. I was like, 3. I can't do 3 on your podcast.
3 burps.
Yes. What is wrong with me?
The
I
rule
just
of
swallowed.
threes.
It's the rule of threes.
You have to do one more burp for comedy.
Well, maybe that was the third, and it was just I swallowed it, and now it's just a hot.
There are
acidy
people
mess.
I know that listen to these things and they have a hard time, like with whatever it's called. What's the word when you don't like mouth sounds?
Oh,
Misophonia,
misophonia.
where they don't like the milky mouth sounds of people, which I understand.
I understand it.
I understand it.
The worst is when you're talking to someone and there's little white cream on the creases of their mouth, and then when they talk, you can hear like, and you just want to be like, slide them a glass
You want to
of
slide
water.
them. And I feel like this is the end of our interview because where are we back? We're back to water.
We're back to water.
How important
How
it is.
badly do you have to pee?
And not at all. I've been peeing this whole
No.
time.
Oh, right. Next time I'm going to wear I don't even know how it works. If there's an adult diaper or just a bucket.
No, you just pee. The thing people don't tell you about podcasting,
Yeah.
which I learned when I first started,
Yeah.
you pee anytime. You just pee in your seat.
You
All
have
of the
to.
men you're watching, they're constantly peeing. Just
It's
underneath
true.
their table.
Gross. There's a stadium, buddy.
Yeah.
Or have you ever seen the women's version of that?
I have it.
Oh,
The
when
women's
did you
version,
get it?
my friend gave
it's
it
like
to
a
me.
funnel
It's a
because we can be
funnel.
like, "Meh."
So,
It isn't like a straight shot.
okay, I keep it in my car.
Okay. I thought you were like, keep it in my pants.
I keep it in my bed. No, it's a funnel that I suggest getting it. You're supposed
I
to use it for
want to.
camping, but I have it for my car because sometimes you're in traffic and it's
Yes.
oh no, like what? And
Can you get that going while you're driving a
well,
car?
to be fair,
Okay.
I've never actually used it.
Oh, okay.
But this knowing it's there,
I know that
It's
you have a
nice.
backup. Maybe also sometimes if there's a questionable gas station restroom.
I
That
would
you could
rather
just
cop
do
a
it-
squat. That I would rather pull over and
Yeah,
pee.
I've done
than
that before.
Go to a gas.
Yeah,
gas
I've done
station.
that definitely in places that, like the national parks where you like open the small one, it's just a hole.
Yeah,
I just think
I've just
look at
pulled
it.
over and opened up my car door and just peed.
I think we all have.
I mean, what are you going to do?
What are you gonna
Seriously,
do?
you
No,
can't be
no one
like-
wants a UTI.
And you can't be like a man and pee in a bottle like a. Like
Oh
an
my
animal.
God. Have you ever been? There's
Disgusting.
some streets in New York City. I know this is getting long, but there's some streets in New York that are like the arteries for getting off the bridges or whatever. That if you walk down, it's like filled
With
Coke
pee
bottles
bottles.
with urine.
Men are so fucking
They're
disgusting.
But I have to tell you, okay, last thing.
I'm so sorry.
Sometimes I'm like, women, lift up the freaking seat.
100%.
I'm like, I've sat so many times on other women's urine.
Women, you cannot pee on a seat to protect your own germs. Like
I know.
you can't not sit on a toilet seat so that I have to sit
sit
near
on it.
pee.
Yes.
What
lift
kind of-
it up. It's disgusting.
Also, if you're really that weird about it,
Yeah.
put toilet paper on the seat.
They have things for you.
They have things. Don't squat on the seat, pee on it, and then leave.
And then leave.
You know what? Women are disgusting too.
Or wipe it off and you're like, I know you just tried to wipe it off, but it's still there, bitch.
You're talking to a gal who left signs in a when I think it must have been when I was at SNL. I was like, who is peeing on this seat?
Yes.
I was like, hey, newsflash. This is a disaster
This
for
is
those that follow.
A restroom for a lot of women.
Yeah.
Well, last thing, growing up in Cleveland, we had faulty, what's it called? You know, when you flush a toilet.
Oh,
Help
plumbing?
me. Plumbing. Age. But my dad had a sign above the toilet that said, poop flush, wipe flush. Because if you put the poop and the toilet paper in there, it would overflow
Poop
immediately.
flush, wipe flush.
Poop flush, wipe flush. I'm going to leave you with that. Anywho.
But I think these are important things to say.
They are.
They are.
We don't talk about it, but these are. But also, just women. Lastly, lift up the seat.
Just
Gives
to clarify,
us a bad name.
You don't have to. You don't have to lift. Yeah, don't just sit on
Sit
the
on
seat.
it.
Sit
Or
on
if
it.
you don't feel like sitting on it, lift it.
Sit on the seats.
Sit on the seat.
What? Like, where are we?
That's
Sit-
where where are we? You're so lucky to have a seat. There's a lot of people that just have to squat.
If someone ran for like Congress and
Yes.
their whole thing was sit on the seat, they'd win. They'd win. They'd win.
They would win.
Sit on the seat.
I'm going to start making bumper stickers.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm asking a bunch of people because you love to laugh and you have a
Yes.
great laugh. I'm asking a bunch of people, what are they doing right now to make themselves laugh? Like, what is the thing you're watching or doing or listening to? What cracks you up?
My dog really cracks me up. He's such a little weenus. Everything. His name is Banjo, and he's such an idiot. He's such a mutt, and he has his tail that's always so high, so he's got a really aggressive asshole. And everything he does is so stupid that he makes me laugh so hard. He's a dingo. Like everything he
What
does
does he
is
do?
junk.
What does he
like
done?
he'll get outside and he'll like do laps like back and forth as fast as he can from one side of the lawn to the other. Like he won't stop. And he'll just he has this corn cob that he can chew, has a sound in it, and he'll just look at you and be like, "Arr, arr," like, and you hear the horn going on for so long.
And so his anxiety is funny.
He has had a cone on for a third of his life. Because he constantly is eating something, or he'll look at you like, there's just blood gushing out of his back leg, and we're like, Banjo! He licked the skin off of his own little paw because he just was stressed out, and then he keeps licking it, so he's had to, so.
Who would play Banjo in a movie if he was a human? It would be.
He's got a lot of white male privilege. He is so blonde. It's not Patrick Schwarzenegger because he's really great.
Honestly,
but he has
it's a young Leo is really what
it's
it is.
It's a young Leo.
It's a young
It
Leo.
is.
It's like a
Yes.
maybe it's the kid from Baby Girl. What's his name? The
Yes.
right. His
I don't know his name.
fuck. We'll
the
never
two
know.
of us.
We have a laptop. We can't figure it out. Harris Dickinson.
Harris Dickinson.
Maybe it's a Harris Dickinson.
Yeah, with a little more like, I'll do whatever you say, but I can't. I forgot it already. It's kind of like that. His day focuses at 5:00. That's the only thing he holds on to is dinner at 5. Everything else is chaos. And all of a sudden at 4:45, he's like, I love him so much.
Good news. We just heard that Austin Butler is excited to read for Banjo.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay.
maybe
I'll put him out. I'm curious to see his
I'd love to see him read.
I would love to see him read. I'd love to see him read. Can't wait to get the tape.
Okay, I love you.
I love you so much.
Okay. Thank you to Catherine Hahn, our great, hilarious friend. Man, that was so fun. She's so funny. And she was reminding us about dance parties, which we used to have on the set of Parks and Rec. And I want to remind you, you can always have your own. All you need is 3 songs, one other person, and the want and need to have fun. So do it now. Let's start with Brass in Pocket by the Pretenders. Take it slow, warm up and stretch. Then go to Red Wine Supernova, Chapel Rowan, sing all of the lyrics really loudly and point to each other. And then finish by going to the club with a little Rihanna. We found love in a hopeless place, and pretend that you've lost your purse on the dance floor and run around. 3 songs is all you need to change your day. Thank you guys so much for listening to another episode. Thanks for hanging. You've been listening to Good Hang. The executive producers for this show are Bill Simmons, Jenna Weiss-Berman, and me, Amy Poehler. The show is produced by The Ringer and Paper Kite. For The Ringer, production by Jack Wilson, Kat Spillane, Kaya McMullen, and Alea Zanaris. For Paper Kite, production by Sam Green, Joel Lovell, and Jenna Weiss-Berman. Original music by Amy Miles.